Welcome to the official podcast series by POTENZA, where innovation meets insight. In this series, we dive deep into the world of SAP, explore the power of robotic process automation, and unlock the true potential of data analytics. Whether you're a tech enthusiast, a business leader, or just curious about the digital transformation shaping our world, you're in the right place. Tune in, stay curious, and let's explore the future of enterprise technology together. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on YouTube for more powerful insights. Now, let's get into today's episode.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to extract the key knowledge nuggets from today's, biggest topics. And today, we're diving deep into something really foundational, but it's evolving so fast. How AI and machine learning are, fundamentally transforming master data management, MDM. Just think about the sheer volume of data. Every enterprise, customer orders, supply chains, IoT sensors, cloud apps, it's like a digital tsunami, isn't it? Have you ever been in that situation where, inconsistent customer data or maybe mismatched product details just completely undermined a critical decision? Or even worse, really frustrated a customer? It's this kind of silent crisis that so many organizations are facing day in, day out. And that's exactly why master data management, MDM, exists in the first place. For years, it's been like the central nervous system for enterprise data. Its whole job is making sure that critical information, customers, products, suppliers, assets, is perfectly consistent, accurate, and actionable across all your business functions. Really trying to create that single authoritative source of truth, an anchor really in this chaotic data sea.
But here's the thing. Even with MDM, the sheer scale, the complexity of today's data environment, it's pushing those traditional methods, honestly, to their breaking point. We're seeing these bottlenecks pop up because, manual data cleansing just can't keep pace anymore. And the old rule-based deduplication, it really struggles with all the subtle nuances, the different formats. Plus, static governance policies. They just can't adapt quickly enough to changing business needs or, new regulations. It feels a bit like trying to navigate a superhighway with an old paper map.
You really hit the nail on the head there. The velocity, the variety of data today. It just completely overwhelms those manual, rigid, rule-based processes. But this is exactly where AI and machine learning step in. It's not just a small step. It's a genuine paradigm shift. These technologies, they go way beyond just simple automation. They bring in intelligent decision-making, predictive capabilities, and frankly, a level of autonomous data governance that really felt like science fiction just a few years back. It's not just an upgrade. It's really redefining what MDM can actually do.
Right, and that's exactly what we want to explore in this deep dive. We're going to unpack how AI and machine learning aren't just, tweaking MDM, but completely revolutionizing it. We'll show you how they're enabling true real-time operations, creating these intelligent data ecosystems that can adapt and evolve. And crucially, why understanding this shift is absolutely vital for staying competitive and delivering those superior customer experiences everyone expects now. Okay, so let's just quickly set the scene again. What does master data management software typically do? At its core, right, it pulls together all that fragmented info from different systems. It applies consistent governance rules and basically makes sure every application of the business is working with clean, standardized data. So key functions are things like data integration, cleansing, deduplication, governance, and keeping it all synced up, ideally in real time.
Exactly. And historically, while those functions were always vital, they definitely came with, let's say, significant operational friction. You could almost picture data stewards feeling like Sisyphus, constantly pushing that data boulder uphill, only for new inconsistencies to just roll it back down again. Manual data cleansing especially. It just can't cope with millions of new customer records or product updates flooding in daily. It's impossible. And that rule-based deduplication, the kind that relies on predefined matching criteria, it often misses those subtle variations, like you said, Acme Corp versus Acme Co., maybe even a slight misspelling. And that leads to fragmented customer views, inconsistent experiences, and those static governance policies. They're just too slow to adapt. They get outdated as business needs change or regulations shift. The result, delayed insights, inconsistent customer experiences, and definitely increased operational costs. So what AI and machine learning bring to the table is this intelligent automation, this predictive power that actually scales with modern enterprise needs. Instead of just following rigid predefined rules, these systems learn. They adapt. And that fundamentally shifts MDM. It goes from being maybe a reactive cleanup crew to a proactive intelligent management system that actually anticipates issues.
Yeah, and that's where it gets really interesting for me. Let's take data cleansing. If traditional MDM struggled with those subtle variations, how exactly do ML algorithms with their pattern recognition, how do they take cleansing to this completely new level? What's the secret sauce there?
Well, It's really about inference, not just following a strict rulebook. Think about that traditional system missing Acme Corp and Acme Corporation as the same entity. An ML algorithm, though, it learns the context.
Yeah.
It learns the intent behind the data. It can figure out that Acme Company New York and Acme Corp NY are probably the same thing, even if they look different on the surface. It uses a whole array of subtle cues. It's almost like giving your data a detective that's constantly learning on the job, rather than just someone with a rigid checklist. And these systems, they get better over time. They continuously improve by learning from every new piece of data, and importantly, from user feedback too.
Okay, so it's learning context, and it's not just about cleaning up the mess after it's already happened, right? You mentioned something truly revolutionary. AI spotting trouble before it becomes a crisis. This AI-driven anomaly detection. How does that work? How is that a breakthrough?
It really is like an early warning system. Your traditional methods might flag an issue, sure, but usually after it's already caused some kind of downstream problem. But with machine learning models, we're talking about continuous real-time monitoring of all your data streams. These models learn what normal looks like for your data, so they can instantly spot unusual patterns the moment they appear.
About that kind of things.
Well, for instance, maybe a sudden, unexplained spike in duplicate customer records being created. That could signal a problem with a recent system integration, maybe a bug, or perhaps an unusual geographic distribution showing up in your sales data. That might point to an issue with how a new marketing campaign is capturing lead information. These anomalies aren't just, interesting data points. They actively signal potential data corruption, integration failures, or even, in more serious cases, potentially fraudulent activities. And the key is spotting them before they escalate and really impact the business.
Wow. So, okay, it's not just fixing, it's predicting problems. Here's where it gets really interesting. We can actually forecast data degradation or figure out which specific records are most likely to become outdated. That sounds like a huge leap in being proactive.
Absolutely. Machine learning is incredibly good at analyzing historical data patterns, looking at system performance metrics, even factoring in external influences to predict potential data quality issues down the road. Imagine being able to predict, say, that a particular data feed is likely to have quality dips during your peak sales season, or identifying customer records that show patterns indicating they're at high risk of becoming outdated, maybe based on lack of recent interaction or demographic shifts. This lets organizations be genuinely proactive. You can allocate resources, maybe trigger a verification process before the data actually causes a problem for operations or the customer.
And this intelligence carries over into enriching the data too, right? Making it more complete. How does AI help automate that? Because that sounds like a lot of manual work traditionally.
Exactly. It used to be a huge manual effort, but AI systems can now intelligently and automatically append missing information. They can tap into external trusted sources, think public databases, maybe business directories, licensed third-party data providers. They can validate your existing data against these reliable references to ensure accuracy. And importantly, they can continuously monitor these external sources to maintain data freshness, pulling in updates automatically. The big win here: it drastically cuts down the manual workload for your data stewards. They're freed up from that routine, often tedious maintenance, and can focus their expertise on more strategic governance activities, like policy definition or complex issue resolution. It's a huge shift in efficiency and, honestly, job satisfaction too.
Okay, this naturally brings us to a really crucial point. The power of doing all this in real time with AI. For years, like we said, MDM often ran in batches. Updates might happen overnight, maybe weekly. But AI changes that completely. It enabled continuous monitoring, analysis, and instantaneous updates to master data records. We're talking milliseconds, ensuring every application sees the most current, accurate info, always.
And this is all about enabling truly agile business operations. The benefits are massive and tangible. First, you get instant error correction. If a data quality issue is detected, it's fixed immediately. That stops bad data from spreading across your systems. This is so valuable, especially in customer-facing apps where outdated info directly hits satisfaction and trust. You can't afford that lag.
Right.
Second, it enables much faster decision-making. Business users can finally trust that the data they're looking at reflects the current state of the business right now. That empowers them to make quick, agile responses to market opportunities or operational issues as they happen. If we connect this to the bigger picture, real-time MDM is about enabling truly agile business operations.
Yeah, and you can really see this playing out across different industries. Think about financial services. Real-time customer data updates mean everything from credit decisions, fraud detection systems, even the customer service reps. They're all working off the exact same totally current account info. There's no lag, no inconsistency that could lead to maybe approving a bad loan or missing a fraudulent transaction. Or look at retail. Real-time product data means accurate inventory levels across every channel online, in-store, mobile app. That enables things like dynamic pricing that actually works and ensures product information is consistent everywhere a customer interacts with the brand. But maybe the most powerful example, the one that really hits home, is in healthcare. Real-time MDM is crucial for maintaining accurate patient information across different hospitals, clinics, systems. This means doctors and nurses always have immediate access to the most current patient data, allergies, medications, treatment history. And in an emergency, that real-time capability can literally be a matter of life and death. Instant access to accurate information is absolutely critical for making the right treatment decisions right then and there.
Absolutely. And given these incredible capabilities, it raises an important question. What do these advanced AI-powered MDM tools actually look like in practice? Because the best MDM platforms today, they really set themselves apart through their sophisticated use of AI and machine learning. We're seeing systems now that incorporate really advanced features, things like natural language processing, NLP, which helps integrate unstructured data, think of customer reviews, support tickets, social media comments. They're using computer vision to extract data from documents, maybe invoices or ID cards. And deep learning models are being used for really complex entity resolution, figuring out that slightly different records across highly varied fragmented data sources actually refer to the same person or product. These aren't just small tweaks. They are fundamental game changers.
Totally. We're talking about going way beyond just basic automation here. These modern MDM tools, the ones with serious AI inside, they offer things like intelligent workflow orchestration. That means processes can adapt and optimize themselves based on live data and the specific context. They feature automated data lineage discovery, so you can easily trace where every piece of data came from, how it's been transformed without tedious manual mapping. It just happens. And they have self-optimizing performance tuning. The algorithms themselves automatically adjust processing based on data patterns, system load, business priorities, making sure things run optimally without constant human fiddling.
And this intelligence, it even extends into predictive analytics for the overall data strategy. These platforms can actually forecast data quality trends. They can predict potential degradation before it happens. They can estimate the likely impact of system changes like a planned upgrade on data integrity, letting you proactively mitigate risks instead of just reacting after the fact. And what's really powerful is they can even recommend optimal data governance strategies based on your organization's specific data patterns and industry best practices. It moves governance from being reactive to being proactive and intelligent.
Yeah, the advantages of these modern AI-enhanced platforms are just huge. You get significantly reduced complexity, for one, and incredible adaptability. Because the ML algorithms can automatically discover data relationships, they can suggest governance policies, and they adapt to changing data without needing massive reconfiguration projects. Then there's the scalability. AI can predict resource needs, optimize workflows, even automatically provision extra capacity during peak times. You also get genuinely enhanced governance, AI-driven policy recommendations, automated compliance checks, intelligent handling of exceptions, and interoperability becomes much smoother. These platforms can automatically adapt how they integrate with other systems based on capabilities, network conditions, whether you're on-prem, cloud, multi-cloud, it figures it out. And ultimately, the strategic impact is pretty profound. Modern platforms often provide these strategic dashboards, right? They help executives actually understand the value of their data assets, track compliance status, maybe even spot opportunities for data monetization. It enables truly data-driven decisions at the highest levels. Okay, so we've covered the incredible things happening right now, but what does this all mean for tomorrow? Where is this heading? The future of MDM sounds, well, truly mind-bending. The next big frontier seems to be autonomous MDM. Can you picture systems that just independently identify new data sources, figure out how to integrate them, and maintain quality, all without direct human oversight? Systems that use advanced AI to really understand the business context, the regulations, the company policies, and make smart decisions about data management on their own, like a self-aware data steward. And then there's this idea of hyperautomation in MDM. This sounds like extending intelligent automation beyond just data processing into strategic planning, resource optimization, performance tuning. Future systems that automatically adjust how they run based on business changes, predict and prevent quality issues before they start, and just continuously optimize their own performance using machine learning feedback loops. Basically, self-improving systems, and finally, maybe the most futuristic sounding, self-healing data systems. MDM platforms that automatically detect and correct inconsistencies, resolve integration failures, maintain system health, again, without needing human intervention,
Right.
aiming for permanent fixes, not just patching symptoms.
And, this all aligns perfectly with those broader digital transformation goals that so many organizations have, creating these fully integrated intelligent data ecosystems. This evolution of MDM is also definitely set to converge with other emerging tech. Think about edge computing, for example. MDM processing data right out of the source, like on an IoT sensor. For instance, local decisions. That could dramatically cut latency for certain applications. Or blockchain. You could potentially use blockchain to create this immutable, totally transparent audit trail for every single change made to master data. Imagine the boost in trust and traceability. And even quantum computing, though it's still early days, it could potentially revolutionize how we handle incredibly complex entity resolution across truly massive, unbelievably diverse data sets, solving problems that are just computationally impossible today.
Wow. It's really clear then, AI and machine learning are definitely not optional extras for MDM anymore. They've become absolutely essential components of any serious enterprise data strategy today. Organizations that really embrace this AI-driven MDM, they don't just gain operational efficiency from automation or better data quality, they also get that strategic agility, that nimbleness they need to genuinely compete in today's global markets, where data-driven insights really do create sustainable advantages.
Absolutely. And for you listening right now, the key takeaways are pretty critical, I think. We're talking about unparalleled operational efficiency through smart automation, vastly improved data quality and accuracy, which builds trust, strategic agility that really does deliver a competitive edge, real-time data for instant responsiveness reacting to the market as it moves, predictive data quality management to head off those costly disruptions before they bite, and automated governance that significantly cuts down the administrative burden, freeing up your valuable team members to focus on innovation, not just upkeep.
Yeah, it really extends beyond just technical upgrades. It's a fundamental change in how organizations operate, how they make decisions, and ultimately, how they serve their customers. It's about creating data ecosystems that actively contribute to business success, not just passively support existing operations.
The future really does belong to those organizations that stop seeing their data as just a byproduct of doing business and start viewing it as a core strategic asset, an asset that needs intelligent dynamic management. AI-enhanced MDM is really the foundation for unlocking that full potential while still maintaining the trust, the security, and the governance that are absolutely non-negotiable in this complex world. So maybe think about this. What incredible opportunities or perhaps what significant challenges might this transformation present in your own industry, maybe even in your specific role? Because this shift, it's going to impact everyone.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the POTENZA podcast series, where we decode SAP, automate with RPA, and analyze with precision. We hope you found today's conversation insightful and inspiring. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the technologies transforming tomorrow's enterprise. Got questions or ideas for a future episode? Drop them in the comments, we'd love to hear from you. Until next time. Thank you.